and we are here to conduct an interview and ask some following questions about the SBM or the school-based management. So before I ask the following questions, please state your name and position in this school, and these are the questions. The first question is, what are your main responsibilities as a teacher?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for coming here and for choosing Libertad National High School as part of your interview. No? And before that, I would like to introduce first myself. I am Gloria Febi Alboro. I am a grade 10 mathematics teacher of Libertad National High School. I was the coordinator of the school-based management 2 years ago. As a teacher, my role is to teach the students with a heart, inspiring them to pursue their wants in the future. I do help my students in developing their abilities to think critically, solve problems, and even help them to create knowledge that benefits my students, both the students and the society.
The second question is, what advice would you give to someone who is considering this type of job or field?
To those students who are willing to become an educator someday, I tell you, there are students that you have to consider that there is no money in teaching. Instead, you have to consider that you choose to become such because you want to touch other lives, making their life huge difference comparing to the other professions. Our wealth as a teacher is not the money we earned, but for taking even a small part of their success. Seeing our students become successful is actually our greatest achievement. And there is no other professions that can do that, only teachers. Seeing you now, my high school students, taking the same course as I am, it is already my achievement, like Angelo and Pabon. They were my high school students. Guys, continue to believe in yourself that someday we will be together working in the same workplace.
Next question is, how important it is to connect to the school activities, to the teacher, and to the parents?
Seeing the school, it is very impossible that there is no stakeholders that should be involved. There are school needs that cannot be shouldered by the school due to the limited resources and budget. And this is where the stakeholders will take place. A collaboration of efforts, solution to any school problems, especially on the welfare of the students, must be considered. The BLGU also has a great impact in helping the school physical aspect as well as the students' welfare and the teachers' growth. There should be a good relationship between the school, the parents, and the community.
The last question is, why do you think schools should have an SBM evaluation?
School-based management is actually the Bible of the school. Through school-based management evaluation, best practices of the school are being portrayed. It is where the basis in which the school anchored and catered the practices suited to the learners' progress, students' learning needs, and also students' development. If the school practices SBM way, then that particular school is considered as a high-performing school, meaning all teachers are performers, and there is a great involvement of all kinds of stakeholders in all aspects of schools and learners' improvement.
Thank you all for taking time answering our interview. God bless and have a good day.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. We are from Caraga State University and we are here to interview and ask some questions about SBM. Before I ask the following questions, may you introduce yourself first and your position?
Good day to all. I am Mr. Rinaldo M. Floreta, Head Teacher 2, Edukasyon sa Pagpapakatao, Department Head.
Here are the questions. First, how important it is to connect to the school activities, teachers, and parents?
The stakeholders played a great role in SBM, school-based management, because first and foremost, SBM is a decentralization system of DepEd. Before, the decisions made by the Department of Education is coming from the central office. But because of SBM, the school now can decide, can implement its own programs without any mandate from the central office, as long as it is relevant to the school. That is why, in order for the projects, the programs to be implemented in the school to be relevant, the school should have to connect with, first and foremost, the stakeholders. And when we say stakeholders, we have two kinds of stakeholders, the internal and the external. The internal represents the teachers, the students, the administrators. The external, we have the LGU, we have the partners, the business partner, government organization, non-government organization, so on and so forth. And that is the mandate of, or the direction of SBM. Because when we say SBM level 1, it is only the school who plans for the welfare of the students. When we say SBM level 2, yes, the school plans the direction of the school with the stakeholders. But in level 3, it is the stakeholders will have to lead in planning for the good, for the betterment of the school. That is why stakeholders played a great role in SBM.
Thank you, sir. The second question is, what did you do to maintain a harmonious relationship with teachers, parents, and administrator?
As Principal 1 leader in SBM, School Leadership and Governance, it is in my area of leadership, Principal 1, wherein we need to divide the different objectives of Principal 1, assign it to different members. Then, by assigning to different members, the different members will have to reach out to different teachers, and then the different teachers will have to produce the materials needed, going back to those principal objective leaders. Then the objective leaders will have to report to me. That is the mechanism. And because of that, we have a constant connection with the teachers as well as with the stakeholders, because some of the data were coming from the stakeholders, and most especially to the teachers. The constant connection, the constant job-related relationship of teachers and stakeholders, it will build a harmonious relationship. But at other times, because of stress in work, there are some misunderstanding, and because of some misunderstanding, it's up to us, especially for me, to mediate those, shall we say, broken relationships. As long as one will have to accept shortcomings, open for shall we say, open for reconciliation, so that we can move on to our work, then that could be an avenue to have smooth relationships. However, the role of the stakeholders is very important. With the presence of the stakeholders, we will be tamed. In Bisaya, mabalhiguan ta kung duna tay stakeholders. So ang atong mga batasan nga dili maayo mapugnan. That could be a very good, very encouraging presence of stakeholders to create a harmonious relationship. Thank you.
For our last question, sir, what major projects or initiatives did you share with the school as the Principal 1 leader?
The major projects we conceptualize in Principle 1, Leadership and Governance, is seen in our mantra during this time. Because we have the new principle, we have a new mantra. But before that one, we have a mantra of libertad ito, librita dito. If we libertad ito, we use the same letters to form librita dito. Libertad ito, librita dito. Wherein, libre stands for learners. Then letter I is instructors. Then we have letter B, barangay LGU. Then we have R, respected stakeholders. Then letter E, external stakeholders. Wherein these stakeholders, the libre, represented by libre, the acronym libre, they are going to offer services to the school for the improvement of the school. Free services. Just like the barangay LGU, they are going to sponsor a feeding activity. During the pandemic, the barangay LGU contributed a lot to the continuation of learning, because they lend to us the service in barangay in delivering the modules to the learners. So free, gasoline and the driver, they are going to offer their services as long as to deliver the modules to the homes of the learners. And another project we conceptualize in Principle 1 is the project called ASAL. ASAL stands for Stakeholders Acts of Love. In that project, we encourage the stakeholders to voluntarily offer their services to the school. That is why during the Brigada Eskwela, we have the free dental extraction. We have medical check-up. We also have free haircut. We have so many activities during those time, but sponsored by the stakeholders. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for taking time answering our interview. Have a blessed day and thank you.